Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Who remembers this video?
From Chicago, Illinois. I'm speaking directly in the camera.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
As I'm here appealing to the Honorable, the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to please come to our assistance, come to my assistance, because I can't make a reputation back in America as I have for this country. I speak so highly and so freely about Nigeria, and to come in back and invest into this wonderful country. But look at our investment now, down the drain.
Believe it or not, the issue for which that woman was crying has still not been sorted. And I would like for you guys to know that she's actually not the only one. About 400 Nigerians in the diaspora, African Americans like that woman, white Americans, Chinese nationals, they were all affected. And to talk to us about what has happened and what is still happening is none other than the CEO of Wayne Homes Property, who was the one that was able to convince all these Nigerians in the diaspora to come and invest in Nigeria. You know, a lot of Nigerians, they are afraid of developers scamming them when they want to invest in Nigeria. But in this situation, it is the government technically scamming people that decided to invest on the coastal highway. It is the government that is changing the plan that they themselves had approved. So help me welcome the CEO of Win Homes Property. She's an engineer. She's also into oil and gas, and she's into business among so many other hats that she wears. Madam Stella Okengu. Madam Stella, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. First of all, people will ask, do you have your papers? Why did you build where they would demolish? So let's just clear that first and foremost.
So, we have our papers, we have our governor's consent for Wing Homes, we have the document. Coastal Road, right? They cleared us that we are not on Coastal Road by physical planning because the gazetted alignment was implemented by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was the governor. It has passed all the environmental impact assessment, it has passed the NAS approval, everything.
So
So
the initial alignment had been designed before the Minister of Works became the
became the
Minister of
minister.
Works,
That's correct.
Minister David Umahi. And so the initial alignment was what you went by when you got your document from Lagos State.
That's correct. Because when you are bringing in diasporans investors, apart from Americans, Chinese, we still have Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians all over the world that invested in Win Homes. So when you are doing that kind of thing, you have to be extra careful. You know how people that work 9 to 5 in America make their money. And most of these people has lost hope in Nigeria coming back to Nigeria to invest. I'm that kind of person. When we had renewed hope, in quotes, we said, okay, that's a good mantra to go with. So that was why we said, okay, even if Nigeria is how it is, we are going to come back, we are going to put our own quota by making Nigeria a great place again. And we garnered a lot of people. We spoke to them. I went to London, I went to Germany, I went to Switzerland, went to China, got Nigerians, went to South Africa, getting Nigerians to buy property. America is my home. So I remember one woman that we finally convinced to come back. She's a Yoruba, but when we met her, I cannot forget the statement that she made. She said, I am not coming back to Nigeria again, madam. In short, let me tell you, my family is not coming back to Nigeria. My children will not come back to Nigeria again. I said, why? He said, because they killed our brother. And the case was dismissed. No justice, nothing. So I had to do an extra job to convince the woman to come back to Nigeria.
When they now decided to change it into the new alignment, the minister actually met with stakeholders, you included, and others, and you were able to successfully convince him to go back to the initial design. So I'm going to play a couple of videos for people to see.
We are therefore appealing that this critical infrastructure located at Mopo be, that the road be diverted back to the route of the original gazette.
Responding to these concerns, the Minister of Works announced the cancellation of the new alignment in Okuaja. In this axis, the government has decided to adhere to the initial alignment.
To the glory of God, to serve MTN, to Africa, Okuaja community, we are diverting completely from the new alignment, from the old alignment. And we are rejoining back to our new alignment at kilometer 25.
Wow. So the minister actually said this publicly that they're going back to the old alignment on national TV, but not just there. This is in another video as well.
This is in Okwaja.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it on the new alignment?
Yeah, on the new alignment.
Okay,
Yeah.
new alignment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we are staying there, it will affect it. But if we are moving to the gazetted, it will not affect. So
And once again, as we can see, people were happy, people were excited. What has happened after the minister said that publicly? What changed? Why was your property now demolished?
I can categorically tell you, not allegedly, that when he started the diversion, we got the information. I was actually back to America when I heard that he has rediverted back to our property, our subject property. So I had to take the next available flight back to Nigeria. And we started doing our investigation. We found out that there is an estate that is called Ocean Bay Estate. They are on the gazetted alignment. So they formed a pressure group, went behind. According to the information that we got, and the people on that axis said that they paid 2.5 million, almost 80 houses. They paid 2.5 million to use and bribe their way to this thing through the Federal Controller of Works back to the minister. More than 80 people, between 80 to 100. Assistant Federal Controller of Works, Engineer Olufemi Dare, met with me and also told me, look, madam, all this begging you are begging, I want to tell you what you're going to do now. You get your investors pay money. You can get them to pay to, you have a lot of investors, 200, get like 200 million, get it in cash and in dollars. Then I'm going to arrange for you to see my Federal Controller of Work and meet with Omahi so that you can give them that money and it will be rediverted back to another place.
They were
That
asking you for bribe
yes, they were asking for bribe.
in
So
dollars.
yes. And this is what I have been shouting, at least for the president to know what is happening in that faction of the ministry. And Omai has been coming on national television. I have some videos that people are sending to me, lying on my head. He has called me a controversial woman. He has told the FIRS to start pursuing us. He has even called me an unpatriotic citizen. Somebody that is bringing investors to come and invest in Nigeria. And a minister that is sitting down to destroy the investment even went up to the extent of diverting, that's a disobedience to the president that allocated that gazetted alignment. Because of money, you had to leave the original alignment and you are diverting into people's property.
So those that did not abide by the law now,
They are the one that is enjoying.
because they allegedly bribed the minister, according to you. So you are saying that the minister allegedly collected bribe from those that did not follow the law,
Exactly.
and now that is what is happening.
That's correct.
I'm going to play two different videos because you've actually had encounters with him physically, in
Yes.
which he either died to talk you down,
Yes.
either he tried to verbally abuse you,
Abuse me.
or try to kick you out
Yeah.
of the town hall
Yeah,
meeting.
he
So let's
assaulted me actually
wow.
by telling the police officers to throw me out. When I got up to talk, I told a lot of I what when I got up to talk about it, I said, please, you people should give the Minister of Work accolades for making the reality of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to. The next thing he said, please leave that thing and go straight to. So I was being targeted at the right from the onset.
The land does not belong to you, it does not belong to me. So why are we fighting? After I'm from Southeast, and the woman that is even, doing this from Southeast. So all the way from Southeast, you are grabbing land, and you want to, So what kind of thing is that?
Did he just say that you're trying to grab land?
Yes, he said maybe I came with a gun and I came to Nigeria. I don't know when the constitution said that as an Igbo woman, I cannot invest in any place in Nigeria that I'm supposed to invest. So this is a tribal incitement to my person.
He said you are grabbing land.
I'm
Wow.
grabbing land, a land that we paid for that has document that even have coastal roads right of way clearance. We have the document. Coastal road right, they cleared us that we are not on coastal road by physical planning.
Please, listen to me. Please, please. Yes, ma'am. That's not our own. I want to listen to me. Listen to me. I want to warn you publicly. You have been doing a lot to stop the project. Listen to me. If I get further disturbances there will be consequences for it. Security, move her out. Madam, give yourself respect.
Wow, this is a minister talking, and then they tell Nigerians to come and invest in Nigeria. This is not just sad, but it's shocking to see how he has reacted. Now, what a lot of people would want to know is what is the situation right now? Were you compensated at all? How much was invested into these properties that were demolished?
What was brought in was about $250 million foreign direct investment. And
Wow, that's
when
a lot. That's
that's
a
a
lot
lot,
of
yeah,
money. That's a lot
people
of
were
money.
bringing in their money, people were
Their
investing
hard-earned money.
money.
Yeah.
Yes,
You said about $250 million.
yes.
So that means, like, if you have 400 people, that means that each one of them invested about $625,000.
400 people was affected. The
Oh, okay.
place, yes, is about 18 point something hectares of land. So we have
Okay. You have
almost
other
almost
investors.
4,000. Yes, he's always shouting. She said she's bringing 250. They brought in 250 million foreign direct investment. I did not mention that the $250 million foreign direct investment, that all the property was affected. Part of the property that was affected is what he's supposed to look into and do the calculation. What I told the whole world is what we brought in to Nigeria.
So, like, how much is the part that was demolished?
When we checked everything, we converted it to dollar. It's about 70 something $1 million.
Wow. That's a lot of money,
That's a lot.
regardless. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of money. Please keep going. We're trying to understand where we are
Yeah,
right.
we've written severally to the president. We've written to NITCOM. We've written to NAS, National Assembly. We have gone to court. I don't know what the delay is because the minister came and said that he's ready to fight us, that he has more than 12 sons on this matter. So he's ready to fight us. Even if you have 200 sons on the matter, a bad case is a bad case. Instead of him coming to pay a restitution, pay compensation, and also make sure that he follows Nigeria constitution before you demolish any property or you want to do an overriding public interest, which is an eminent domain. That is what we call it in America. Eminent domain is when the government wants to use your property. And when they want to use your property, they will make sure, number one, you agree to it. Number two, the compensation will come for them. Everything will be peaceful. That is why you cannot hear this kind of scandal in any part of the world. We have not been compensated. It's as if they want to shove the case under the carpet. They also went to the Ministry of Work, Lagos State. They've written to the presidency. They've written to the governor of Lagos State. We have also written to the governor. We wrote several letters. Association of Nigeria in Diaspora has written several letters. Foreign Investors Network of Nigeria. These two associations, most of their people has property there.
Did you mention to me one time that someone actually collapsed and died?
Yeah, somebody died.
One of the investors.
Investors. He actually wrote to David Omai and pleaded with, told David Omai, this is the job I do. I'm still an upcoming person in America. And they convinced me to come back to Nigeria to invest. The response he said, do you want me to pass the coastal road on your head? That was the response. So unfortunately, the gentleman is late. He's in Chicago.
Did he collapse in Nigeria or here in Chicago?
He died in Nigeria. When he saw this thing, according to what they said,
When
he
he saw
was
the
rushed.
demolition?
Yes, yeah,
Nobody
he was
called
rushed to the
911.
hospital. Yeah,
They didn't call 911 or.
911 in Nigeria.
You've held several protests here in
Several.
America, in
Yes,
Houston, in
yes.
Chicago,
In Minnesota.
in Minnesota. You
Yeah,
also filed a case in court
yes,
against the minister.
against the minister.
Against the minister. What's the update on that?
We had the first time we went to court, the Justice Aluko chamber. He told them that they should stop working. By then, they have not passed. He told them that they should not, that he advised them to stop working so that they will not render the court justice nugatory. So the day he said it, the next day, David Omahi, they were working in a place called Ologolo. I got an information that he told them to leave everything that they are doing in Ologolo, carry all their heavy duty equipment and go to Okwaja and make sure that the road pass our property. We were targeted.
So are you saying that if you had given them bribe, they wouldn't have demolished your
If
property, but
if I
because
have if I
you
had paid that
refused
200 million in dollars, million naira, I should change it in dollars
pay it in dollars? I
and
see.
pay
So
it in cash
if you had paid them bribe, then they wouldn't have demolished. But because you refused to bribe
because
them,
I
that
refused.
that is why
Yes.
the
And when
situation.
I refused, I told the minister that look at the information I got from your ministry. That was the next day he came and did a demolition. Not only doing a demolition, he told them to clear all the debris there so that that place will look like a bare land. So
Wow.
as they are demolishing, they are clearing everything. When they came, the people that came are high-tech officials, which are some of their white people came to demolish the first time they came with their equipment. And I told them, I said, this property belongs to Americans and diasporans. Thank God the documentation was in my car. I brought it out and showed them. They made a call. They said they want to call their general manager. And when they called high tech general manager, he told them to stop, that they should not demolish. They left. The next thing we saw, it was a rented heavy duty equipment, caterpillars, bulldozers that came. So when we started doing investigation, we got the information that the Minister of Work, so because High Tech refused to demolish, the Minister of Work authorized his ministry to go and rent equipment, that place must go down and all the debris should be scraped. So when they were demolition, I was at home in Nigeria. And before I came, everything has gone down. They were packing all the debris. I was like, why are you people packing all the debris? The rods, even the blocks. I was like, why are you? They said the order is from the Minister of Works. I said, but you people are not high tech. They said they were rented. Almost 20 equipment. Before we could say jack, the demolition did not take more than an hour. Yeah.
This is also another image of
Image
them.
when they, you can see when they are parking the roads inside. There were so many cars that they use.
And this is a closer image of
Yeah.
them packing the rod into that blue van to make it look like there was never anything in there. And you said they did all this within an hour.
There is a saying that goes that when you are building, it's hard, but when somebody wants to destroy, that is when I saw it.
So I'm going to play right now a video of one of the investors who was hoping to invest in the hospital.
Of people as this venture takes off. Thank y'all very much.
So what's happening here is that where the hospital was supposed to be located in the estate? Is that
Yeah,
where he's
this is
thinking?
the groundbreaking ceremony. We have like seven white Americans and African Americans and Nigerians that want collaborated to build the hospital, but they sent him as
Okay,
their
the
representative to
representative.
come
Wow.
and see the
So
place.
what are your investors saying now?
First of all, they are saying that for the fact that the minister has passed there, he has to give them back their money. They have to be compensated. And personally, I believe that apart from compensation, they need to make a restitution. And the president, that is why I always call on the president. The buck lies on his table, because a lot of people are telling me who authorized Omahi. That is the president. That the president know what is happening. If not that I am in Nigeria for 8 months, I would have said that and saw the impunity, the corruption, and everything. But the issue, the president also have the exclusive authority to make things right. This is Nigerians in that diaspora. This is a matter of national interest. And if he is keeping quiet about this, it means that he knows what is happening there. So, what we are appealing to him, those 400 and something plots that has been demolished, they need to pay them back their money. And the man that died, the family needs to
Compensated.
compensated. Recently, we want to start working on the part of the property. We started building another drainage. This one happened recently. They said this David Omai sent military. They
This
came
is the
there.
part that is not on the new
This
coastal
one,
alignment,
yeah,
right?
after the demolition, this part is not on the new coastal alignment. We said, okay, as we are fighting for compensation, let's start doing
Continue
something there.
work
So we
on.
started drainage, another drainage, and everything there, infrastructure. The next thing that one morning he came with army officers and said that they said Omayu told them that he has taken the whole property.
What?
Yes, that he has taken the whole property. They beat up my staffs. One of them that did not run, Obala, the army officers took him. Until now, we have not seen him. We have written to the chief of defense staff. We have written to 81 Div, which 81 Div they are the one that is more responsive, in Lagos State. But the chief of defense staff, they even refused to collect the letter through DHL.
They demolished a part that he's claiming is now on the coastal highway road, but
Yes,
now the part that he's saying is not. He's now claiming that he's seizing
that he has taken over everything. That
the
they've taken over
entire $250 million was
exactly. That we don't
investment.
have any right to work there again.
Honestly, as a Nigerian living abroad, a lot of Nigerians are scared about investing back home.
Honestly,
Mostly because of developers that don't do what they said that they would do, but would, collect people's money.
money.
But the other aspect, which is what we're talking about today, is the government taking somebody's land with no compensation, no explanation, and
Yes.
people spent their savings,
Mhm.
their retirement, to build these properties. So it's quite devastating that the government of Nigeria will tell us to come and invest, and then this is happening. Also, they tell us not to paint Nigeria bad, but they are literally the ones painting the
painting.
country bad. The video of the woman that we played at the beginning, as well as other investors, I cannot even imagine after they get their money, hopefully they get their money back. I cannot imagine them ever wanting to have any
Even
investments
stepping
in
their,
Nigeria.
yeah.
It's really admiring that you have this fighting spirit. Thank you so much. Keep it up, and we'll keep talking about this until
Yeah,
justice
and
is
we're,
served.
yeah, yes, and we're not going to back down till we get what the attention of the president. He's assumed to be a progressive president. Coastal Road fails, and if foreign direct investment did not come, there nobody is going to call David Omai. What they are going to call is Ashwaju.
Thank you so much for coming on the show
Thank you so much.
and for explaining everything. Engineer Stella Ifeoma Okengu, thank you so much. Now, for those that may want to follow her for updates, she's constantly updating people on her Instagram page, and this is her Instagram handle on the screen. Thank you so much once again for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
I
right,
really
bye.
appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.